Hello again, Aquarius. Merry Christmas. It's December 2018. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au. A lot of you have tuned in over the years, but for those of you that are new, it's great to have your company at this stage of the year, the festive season. And it's an important month, actually, not just because it's Christmas. I was just thinking, Aquarius is the 11th house of the natural zodiac. The 11th house has to do with humanitarianism, the collective consciousness, the group. So this is your natural inclination anyhow. But right now Mercury has just moved out of its retrograde motion and it's moving forward. Jupiter is in this 11th house with it, and the Sun as well. And on top of that, on the 7th, we see a new moon occurring here in the 11th house. This is the sign of Sagittarius, which is the 11th sign from your sun sign. So we see that the planetary dances have, in concert, in unison, come together to accentuate this key signature of your personality, really, and to give you the circumstance where you really feel in your element, Aquarius. You have this capacity now to reach out and to be with the people you want to be with, to help the people that you feel you can help, to teach, to explore, and to surround yourself with the right sort of support group. You know, that new catchphrase now is, finding your tribe, the people that you resonate with. The new moon is important wherever it happens. It's able to trigger the movement in that direction. It's the opening of a new chapter. There's a new moon every month, and generally it happens in a different part of the horoscope. But of course there have to be a few other factors there. The fact that Jupiter has been transiting there for just a little while now, and of course for the first time in 12 years, means that this is an area of expansion, friendships, the acquisition of your dreams, better profitability in your business. And Mercury too, which the word mercantile comes from, tells us that you are indeed speculative to some extent, because Mercury rules your 5th sector, the 5th house of your horoscope. And that's lovely when you've got this combined influence, the 5th ruler, the 11th ruler. Here we see the Sun, which is the 7th ruler of your marriage and your most important business partnerships, all coming together in this area. And then we see the new moon, which is the 6th ruler. Now, that is considered a bit of a blemish by some, but I don't see it so. But the sixth house and the 6th ruler is everything about service, serving one's fellow man. And so if you're looking for some way to really capitalize on this period, it's going to be the arse end up, excuse the French. You really have to forget about what it is you're getting out of the deal and focus more on what it is you're putting into the deal, if I could put it that way. Because what you give really is what you get. You see? Think about that. It's all to do with the giving. I love what the Beatles said. In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. And I'm not talking about that love. I'm talking about the universal love that is here. And so this really is a very important key focus for your horoscope this month. That new moon on the 7th, forward motion of Mercury on the 7th, and of course that solar position, Mercury will ultimately come in touch with that deepening of communication with the one that you love, your life partner, your soulmate, whatever you want to call them, your business partner too. That's also shown by this. Mercury is also regulating your 8th house, which is the shared resources sector of your horoscope, which is usually money that you share. So coming to some understanding about this is quite likely too, if it's ruling this area and it's just been retrograde, there could have been some misunderstanding about, you know, debts and loans and banking and finance. So it's nice to know that that's moving forward. And we can safely say that because when Mercury moves into that contact with Jupiter, it really is one of the more lovely combinations in the horoscope. And there again, in one of the most favourable positions, the 11th sector, one's life fulfillment. The fulfillment of some objective is seen in that. There's some challenges there, by the way. We see that as evidenced by the right angle of Mars, and around the 15th you're going to see the moon come into contact with that part of your horoscope, and Mars is ruling, along with Pluto, your professional activities. And so there could be some problems in that area, but I think that will be short-lived. Mercury, the moon, are relatively quick-moving planets, and so there'll be flashes in the pan. Don't get too hung up on that. Cheers. And then we've got a brief connection with Uranus, and that is in your 3rd house. There can be some scatty thoughts around the 18th, 20th, 21st. You'll be in a little bit of a tailspin. And that I caution you not to take any journeys too spontaneously or thoughtlessly. They may leave you feeling drained and totally wound up. But the final aspect I want to talk about is the full moon, which is going to take place in that 6th house. You see, you can't escape some of these themes. They keep recurring over and over again. And so the full moon, the ruler of your 6th house of service, giving of one's self, is going to take place there. The fullness of that moon will be in that area. By the way, that happening a couple of days before Christmas is debt-laden. Serving others can sometimes actually mean going out and spending a whole lot of money to show your appreciation. Just at that time I'd be saying, you know, remember this, it's the thought that counts. You don't need to spend all of that money. Okay, but you do need to serve others, and I think you're going to find some, well, not some, a great deal of satisfaction at the closing part of this year. And I think into the new year, that's going to set the tone for you. And speaking of the new year, I have written 3,000 words for you, Aquarius. It's completely free. It's the 2019 horoscope. I've done it for each of the 12 star signs. I'd love you to go there and check it out, because that's going to give you an even greater long-term view of what's happening over the next 12 months. The 2019 Aquarius forecast here at astrology.com.au, my website, which a lot of you probably know about, for those of you that don't, astrology.com.au, and check out what's happening for you in the new year. Drop me a line if you want, subscribe, and by all means come back, because I do look forward to your company. Merry Christmas. Take care now. Bye.